Hi, everybody. My name is Doug Kerr in the law class, and I wanted to talk a little bit this evening about Common Core. 3 points I wanted to look at tonight. First of all, my ideas on Common Core. I used to teach in the state of Florida, and we were a very transient state, and it was really difficult getting kids coming from all over the East Coast to Florida and being ahead or behind or getting in the middle of a block class and having not even had that class in their curriculum. So I truly believe Common Core is a great program, but does need some tweaking. I'm not real excited about some of the things they want us to teach, but I do feel that Common Core is good. One of the questions we're asked to answer today is, how is Common Core implemented in our school district? Common Core got started the year before I got to my school district, and we don't have a big enough group. Some of the other people on here have PLCs that they work on Common Core standards. We don't have a big enough school for that, so actually I'm in the physical education department, and we met as an entire district, K through 12, all the physical education teachers, and went through the standards and picked out, pick and choose all the ones that we wanted to implement within the Common Core so that a student coming from another district would be in line with what we're doing. It was kind of a long process. We had a facilitator from the state come in and work with our standards and explain how everything works. And really, once we wrote our standards and wrote the agenda, we wrote the way we were going to teach it. She went over it and approved it to be implemented into our school. So the first year, that was the year before I got there, they picked out all the things they wanted to do. My first year there, we met again in the summertime and refined it down to our curriculum. And then the next 2 years, we've been installing it. And this year, we are now kind of getting some of the data from the curriculum, and we're now allowed to make some adjustments to the curriculum on things we like, things we didn't like. I do like the idea that we're allowed to use some local flair within our Common Core. We're a rural Southeast Kansas school, so some of the things on the Common Core we saw didn't really apply to our kids. And I really enjoyed the fact it gave us some opportunities to do some things in physical education that other bigger districts can't do, and we personalized it more to what we were doing, still keeping up with the standards. As an administrator, someday when I become an administrator, I'm a firm believer in lesson plans and curriculum guides within the school. I worked for an administrator that was really stringent upon your lesson plans and charting everything you were doing. And creating some checklists that you as the teacher can go down and check things off when you get those things covered. And instead of just being covered, we actually got it to mastery. And our principal is really strict about that, as we had to get these kids to understand it at a high level. And so we were able to work in groups to get them to do that. So as a principal, I would want to see it in the lesson plans for my teachers. I'd like to know when I come into a classroom what Common Core strategy is being used. What strand are you covering right now? And I think that'll be something that my assistant principals will do underneath me, and we'll divide it up. And then I think a lot of post observation and conversations within professional development days in Iola High School. Every Wednesday is a professional development day. Every other one is a faculty meeting. The others are job embedded, and we're supposed to be showing how we are implementing Common Core standards during our job embedded. And so I think we can really utilize in-services to provide teachers the opportunity to implement these strategies into their classroom. My hope is that in this next election process, that we don't fall into that trap of a new administration, a new idea. I have been a teacher long enough now to go through, No Child Left Behind and Race to the Top, and now we're in Common Core, and I think that there's some good merit to Common Core, and I hope that it sticks past the presidential election or the gubernatorial election coming up in the near future, because I don't think you can just do it for a couple years and really get the benefit from it. I think it has to stick and really get some data over a longer period of time to see if the Common Core really works. I don't think we have enough data yet. I think the test scores, the ACT scores, we really need some more years of data to see where we're at with that, to see if the program really works or if it needs to be fine-tuned in any way. So those are my ideas as administrator and my thoughts on the Common Core, and hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.